And welcome back to Ozarks Live. It's time to check out what's going on in our Celebrity Corner. Joy, you know this is my favorite time of the day.
It's favorite time of the day.
I love all things pop culture.
All things Hollywood. Yeah.
Yes. So we've got some TV news for you today. So first up, The Real Husbands of Hollywood is a series that ran for 5 seasons on BET.
Had no idea.
Yeah. Most people don't, I think. I think it's kind of a hidden treasure. So this show is a satirical comedy mocking the always dramatic Real Housewives franchise on Bravo, as some of you probably have watched. This series had big names included in the main cast like Kevin Hart, JB Smoove, Nick Cannon, Robin Thicke, Nelly, and more. And now, Joy, nearly 5 years after the last episode aired, the show's making its return on new streaming service BET Plus with the tweaked title, Real Husbands of Hollywood, More Kevin, More Problems.
Oh my.
Right, now I don't know exactly what that means yet, which I guess is more of a reason to watch.
Exactly.
But this is a new limited series. It's just 6 episodes with the majority of the original cast returning. So as you can see, Kevin Hart kind of headed most of this. He's kind of the man behind the show.
Yeah.
And then a lot of other funny entertainers involved. It's an interesting mix of both comedians and kind of musicians. And as I said, it's very much so this mock on the Real Housewives series. So they just are very over dramatized and they're like fictionalized versions of themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it could be really interesting. I haven't watched the whole series, but I did watch a few episodes when it was out originally.
Very tongue-in-cheek. Haven't seen it, but it sounds like it would be a lot of fun.
Yes. And this show hits BET Plus on February 10th, so you can be on the lookout for that here in the upcoming months.
Okay, good tip on your part. Well, I've got one for you in other TV news. Yellowstone, which apparently I'm the only person on the planet not watching it.
You need to get with the times.
Apparently, currently in its 4th season, starring, of course, Kevin Costner, Kelly Riley, Luke Grimes, and more. Taking the world by storm, you guys. Yellowstone follows the lives of the Dutton family, a clan of ranchers, and their ongoing conflicts surrounding shared borders of a cattle ranch, Indian reservation, and land developers. Okay, I just found out more than I ever knew about just saying that. The popular show airs, of course, on Paramount Network, and recently a prequel to the series called 1883 premiered on Paramount Plus. Okay, 1883 stars country music married duo Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, as well as Oscar-winning actor Sam Elliott. The prequel follows an older generation of the Dutton family as they embark on a new life in Montana after fleeing poverty in Texas. Now, with the success of both shows on the rise, E.T. premiered a brand new after show last night on Paramount Plus. The after show, which can be found under 1883 within the streaming service, provides behind-the-scenes looks as well as interviews from the cast of Yellowstone. E.T.'s Cassie DeLaura hosts the special after show, and the next episode will drop this Sunday, December 26th.
Yeah, this is very exciting for Yellowstone fans, I think. I also haven't really watched much of it. I know we talked about this today, but my mom raves about this show. She says it's like a must-watch. I see stuff on Facebook all the time about it, which is really exciting. But yeah, I think it's a really good insight, especially if you're a big fan of the show. Now, I will say I have not watched 1883 either, but I would be really interested to see Tim McGraw and Faith Hill on camera together.
That would be interesting to see. You've seen a lot of buzz surrounding those two lately, and that's probably why I haven't paid a lot of attention to them, but you've been seeing them a lot on covers of magazines and what have you. The problem with that for me is that I would have to go back and get so caught up on what's going on.
I feel like you would have to watch Yellowstone first.
Yes,
Plus Sam Elliott too.
Oh gosh,
for me, it rings The Star Is Born. He was a big player in that. So really good stuff all around. But also, so Denzel, Bradley, and Meryl all have films out this week. Big names you may recognize. So with the likes of Macbeth, A Traveling Carnival, and A Comet That May Destroy Earth, or whatever that means, Joy. Here's CBS's Anthony Pura with more.
Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand star in The Tragedy of Macbeth. Joel Cohen directs the adaptation of the William Shakespeare play, which tells the classic story of murder, madness, and ambition. At the film's premiere, Washington says the trick to Shakespeare is breaking down the language.
It's not our language. There are more tools today. There's something called No Fear Shakespeare that you can buy, any book that, any play that which helps a little bit. But you just break it down and you discuss it. You get around the table and work it out.
The Tragedy of Macbeth will hit theaters December 25th before arriving on Apple TV Plus in January.
Is he mad? man or beast?
Searchlight Pictures will release a black and white version of Nightmare Alley in theaters called Nightmare Alley: Vision in Darkness and Light. The movie, starring Bradley Cooper, Cate Blanchett, and Rooney Mara, tells the story of an ambitious carny with a gift for manipulating people who enlists the help of a mysterious psychiatrist. Director Guillermo del Toro says though the movie was shot in color, it was lit as if it were black and white. The original version of Nightmare Alley is playing in theaters now. The black and white version will play in select LA theaters in January.
This comet is what we call a planet killer.
And the star-studded science fiction satire Don't Look Up is headed for streaming. Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence play scientists who try to warn the world that a comet is coming to destroy the Earth. The duo joins an all-star cast including Meryl Streep, Ariana Grande, and Jonah Hill. Don't Look Up is in select theaters now and drops on Netflix Friday. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Anthony Pura, CBS News, Los Angeles.
So many good movies.
So
to watch.
many good ones, yeah.
And Christmas week too, like the best time ever. So, and it's interesting because growing up, a tradition we had was we would do Christmas at my grandma's, and then we'd all go to the movie theater at night to see whatever was released that day.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this Bradley Cooper new film. I listened to a podcast with him yesterday, and he really detailed kind of the insider behind this movie and how different it was and how different of a role it was for him. And he also detailed kind of his like transition in his career from going to kind of like that rom-com guy to very like accredited and serious actor, being nominated for Academy Awards and such with A Star Is Born and Silver Linings. So really cool. You definitely should go check out those movies.
Well, that's why they always drop some at holiday time.
Yeah.
Because people do love to go to the movies when they've got a little time off, get the family together.
Yes.
Real quick, coming